Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, we are going to space. So, we have our rocket. I just need to connect this top thruster here. Alright. Okay. Please don't strain my coffee with your fur. He's nice. He's nice. Strain the coffee with your fur. Alright, so now this one is just to slow down the spaceship when we're going to the moon. Alright, so now that we have all that connected, I guess we could test this thing out. We could test it out. Let's see. Now this should be like this at least. Alright, so in the seat, I don't know, do I even have a seat in here yet? Yeah, from the seat we could make number 1. Just like that. Now, let's get a blank microcontroller. And let's get a systems button going. So, the microcontrols. I guess all this can kind of be in the nose cone for now. I don't know if it matters. Let's see, we'll find a spot for it. Find a spot for it. I don't know where. Okay, we could put it on the back here. One there and one there. We're probably gonna need that much. Okay, so the first one here, we need a panel in. Composite, and then we need let's see, systems. All right, so actually this could be main fuel pump, main pumps. Perfect. So we'll just have a whole bunch of switches. This is gonna be cool. So we're gonna go composite. This will be channel 1. Alright, so now we'll take the first panel, this one here, flip switch. Alright, let's just make this all none for now. Okay, and this is going to be main Fuel pumps. Now, I'll have to go through and check and see which are the main pumps and which are the secondary. I think these ones here are the secondary, and I think all these ones down here are the main pumps. Oh no, I think that's the opposite actually. This pump here is from the hydrogen tanks, which those are the main tanks there. And that's the main tank pump. That's the main tank pump. Main tank. Alright. So okay, then we need a keypad because we need a throttle. So this will be main thruster, throttle. It only needs to be full when you're leaving the Earth. Once you get to space, you can crank it right down. It'll take a long time to get to the moon, but you can crank it right down, and then it won't cost anything. So now, the next thing is we have the stabilizers. Now we have two sets of stabilizers. We have the nose stabilizers, and then we have the full body stabilizer. So what we need to do is we need a OR switch. And then channel 2 is going to be secondary pumps. Oops. Secondary pumps, just like that. So it's either going to be flip switch, secondary. Channel 2. Now this is, I want this specifically for the nose cone. So we're not focusing, I guess, on firing it yet. I know number 1 is set up to fire. So we could say, because we want the stabilizers, let's see, let's put that into panel B. Let's put that into panel B. So we've got this here, panel A. Let's make another one here, panel B in. Panel B in, and then what we want to do is we want to have an output for that one. This will be Stabilizers. Nose stabilizers. Alright. And then we'll do that and that. And we'll just copy that. Make that 3. Make that 4. Alright, now we have some channels coming in from the panels. Okay. So, we'll go composite. This is panel B. This is panel A. Channel 1 is flip switch. This will be nose. Stabilizer. How would you spell stabilizer? That's probably not it. That's alright. That's alright. We don't worry about spelling and stuff. Not yet. We're still making it. Alright, so for the nose stabilizers, yeah, actually, if we run it through the panel, so it's going to be the nose stabilizers. Oh, you know what we need? We need 4 of these things. 1, 2. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Let's do because we're still kind of doing the theory, right? So we're in space. Let's say we're in space. We're standing up. If we want to move this way or that way, it's going to be all 3 thrusters, which are going to move us in those directions. But then, so let's see. So the stability part, this part here is going to be automatic with the tilt sensors. But I also want to be able to manually move them. Okay, so let's just save the rocket for a moment. And let's load our example. Now I'm loading the example. You see the way the arrow is? Because I want to copy these tilt sensors. And I want to make sure that when I put them on the rocket ship, they're in the same position. So tilt sensors are going to be almost right on the nose. This is our forward tilt, so we could literally do that. We could just paste it. We can merge it with there. Save our rocket. And let's load this. And then we're going to grab this one here. Because remember, we're going to use the microcontroller that we built for the stabilizer system. So these have to be in the same position, or else they're not going to work. I'll have to recalibrate it. I just don't want to do that. So, because when the rocket moves this way, it's negative, and that's how it's set up. Okay. Alright, so we'll save that. Then let's grab the microcontroller. We probably don't even... Yeah, we'll just grab the microcontroller. We'll just do that. We'll copy it. And let's load the rocket. And we got this here. Alright, so we have our front tilt. And we have our side tilt. And we have our north, south, east and west. So that's that, but I'd like to be able to fire that. Notice how the seat's backwards. I'd like to be able to either fire that through the seat. That's going to take up the next 4 buttons. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so we'll bring the seat in here. And then it's going to be 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we need our 4 outputs. 2, 3, 4, north, south, east, and west. So now these could be X and Z. X positive, X negative, Z positive, Z negative. I just thought, you know what, it might be easier just if we use the cardinal directions for now. I know it kind of doesn't make sense in space because there's no real cardinal directions in space. But it'll kind of make sense when we're heading towards the moon. It kind of makes sense. It works. It works. All right, so north is going to be 3. Come on here. 3, 4, and then east will be 5, and then 6 will be west. 5 and 6. Boy, that was painful. All right, so then we just need to label the seat. West, east, south, and north. And then into the or. Now here's what we can do. We can say north. Seat north. South. Seat south. And then east. And seat east. And west. Alright, so this is our north. This is our south. This is our east. And this is our west. So now it'll fire automatically or when we thrust through the seat. So let's save that. Let's just kind of give it a little, let's sort of test. Oh, they won't thrust because they don't have the secondary pumps aren't all connected yet. All right, so back to the nature at hand. So then we want secondary pumps. Those are the secondary pumps. So these main pumps then, I need to make sure I get the oxygen pumps here. electricity. Okay, so that should be that. So now, when we fire the north, south, east, and west, that's in the nose. So then what we want to do is we'll set up another panel. And this is going to be to get the body to move. Alright, so from the seat we've done the... Let's see. Then we need a keypad also. We're going to need 2 more keypads. So this one here is going to be for the nose thrusters. And this will be for the body thrusters. So this will be nose thrusters. And this will be body thrusters. Now this is going to be a little bit complicated. So, because we have those nose thrusters run through the ore already. And now we're going to have to run them through an ore again. And then we have to figure out how to... Okay, so first things first. We need to add a 3rd button into this whole equation. Let's see. Let's just keep it all... See if we can keep it all in the same microcontroller. I think we can. So if we go 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to take care of that. And then if we add another panel C in. Do we want this? You know what? Let's update that. Let's keep this in a separate microcontroller. All right, and then this will be panel. This will be body. Body thruster panel in 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our 4 directions. Right, north, south, east, and west. All right, let's maestro. All right. So we have that. We have north, south, east, and west. Excellent. Okay, and then we need 1, 3, and 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so if we update that, let's just get the body, let's just get this connected here. So first things first, we need the body thruster panel to come in. And that's going to have the 4 buttons. Switch. Alright. 4, 3, 2, 1. Body. Basically, we're setting up like the RCS thrusters. Kind of doing the same thing. We could do like a hold position and then all of them could fire at the same time and try and hold us. That's sort of where we're getting to. Where we're getting to. Okay, so now that we have that, now that we have those outputs, now what we need to do is, so that's north, south, east, or west body in the panel. So we need 4 more ores. And we need to go north, south, east, and west. And then alright. And then this goes to the north one. And then this goes to the south one. And then this goes to the east one. And this one to the west. There we go. So now these will fire automatically, or they will fire when we press the button, or they will also fire when we press the body button. So then we want, so body north is that thruster, this thruster, and this thruster down here. South, same thing, right? So now we're finally setting up the rest of the rocket. East. And west. Alright, so the last thing we need now, well, not the last thing, there's still quite a few things that we need, but for the rocket systems themselves, now what we need to do is we need to tell everything how much thrust it needs to have. So some things are going to need less thrust than others. Or we could just keep it all full power, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yes, it does matter, because we'll want to calibrate these as this rocket grows. It's probably going to double in length. I imagine we'll try and make it twice as long. Especially to get to the moon, we'll need more fuel and more rockets and stuff. So I'm thinking. We need a switch for that. Because this is the nose thrusters, and this gives the body thrusters. So then we need like let's see, do we switch it in? Where do we switch it in? Alright, so we'll bring the thrusters into here. Let's see if I can figure this out. So this is going to be a number, this is going to be nose thrusters. And this is going to be body thrusters. And then, so we'll do that and that. Nose thrusters, body thrusters. So that's coming in. Then we need the switches. For what? Do we need 5 of these things? Excuse me. Per run? Because then we need 2 outbounds as well. We need nose thrusters. And we need the body thrusters. So if we focus just on the nose thrusters for now. If that came in there from that's the off value. And then the on value was the body thrusters. We could do that, I suppose. And that will activate with the nose cone. That handles the nose cone. Then as far as the body thrusters go, I guess it really doesn't matter. We can just pass that right through the body thrusters. That doesn't change. So what we want to do is we want to change the... I guess we don't need the body thruster output then. We just need the one, right? Yeah, I think so. Because it's the nose cone that's variable. That's right, it's the nose cone that's variable. So then we can say body thrusters in, nose thrusters in, and then this one goes to these nose thrusters. And this one here just goes to the body thrusters. And it should automatically pass through to the nose. Cool. And that way if we need to adjust it while we're in space, like all that stuff we need to calibrate and we need to figure out. And this one too. This one though is just going to be constant on. Maybe not. Maybe I should make that variable as well. Nah. We're just going to make this one constantly on. There we go. And then what fires it? We'll have to have a button here. Let's see, this is the nose stabilizers. This can be a button, a push button, and this will be channel 2, and then this can be nose single. Single, sure. And that comes out of this one here, I'm pretty sure. Panel B. Update that. We'll say nose stabilizer. So nose single is there. Now those nose stabilizers, that was just to turn them on, but I guess we already sort of have that figured out. We don't need to turn them on, they're on automatically based on the tilt. So we should be okay with that. So I could probably eliminate that button altogether. Cool, and then that'll free up a space in the panel. I'm sure I'm gonna need it. So we'll get rid of that. None. All right, so that's kind of the basic setup for our rocket. I guess we could test fire it. Let's do that. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. I think I have a main rocket engine button. It's 1 and 2, but I should probably just check the seat. Just hop P1. So button 2 is available. Main engines. All right. So we should be able to launch, and in theory this will go up, and in theory the stabilizers should work without any efforts. Let's see if we can get that to happen. So main thrusters, we'll just turn that to 1, and then we need to turn on the main fuel pumps, turn on the secondary fuel pumps. Ignition false. Oh, they're not set up. Now, this one here, I believe these are hydrogen. Alright, now the rocket should be set up. The base rocket should be set up. Except stabilizers aren't working. Oh, you know why? Because the stabilizers aren't working. Pretty smooth rocket, though. Why no stabilizers? It's a concern. It's a real concern. It's a real concern. Oh, I probably didn't connect the seat, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, now I'll test the stabilizers before we launch. that work. It corrects itself too, that's good. But the individual rockets aren't firing. I can figure that out. I didn't connect something there. So, that could be why. That could be why. Okay. So we have our north. South, and then east and west. North, south, east, and west. And then that should be, yeah, north, south. Strange how those it's because the nose thrusters, well, that doesn't make any sense because that's supposed to be our, it's our on value. The nose thrusters is the on value. Oh, and that's the off value that we're passing through. Whoops. So that should be the on value. That should be the off value. There we go. Now that should work. All right, let's save this and test it out. No, it still doesn't work through the seat. And the launch pad's not stable because it has the hole in the middle of it. What a bad location. All right, let's see. What can I do then? Oh, did I not adjust the? I'll have to put feet on this thing. No, it doesn't want to fire. If I do body west, yeah, so the only thing it doesn't want to fire is the nose thrusters. Now why is that? stay connected. Pretty sure they were. Alright, so something's going on here. I think it's all these ores. Let's back this up a little bit here. Okay. So from the seat north, seat south, east, and west. So that should work directly. Or the stabilizers. So we'll just test the north one out. Yeah, we should connect them all, just to be safe. Alright. Alright, so it's not actually accepting any input from the seat. Now, did I not connect it in the microcontroller? Three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, because they're on off. And yeah, that should be right. Read channel 3, read channel 4, read channel 5, read channel 6. So is it that it's just not firing because of this? That's the tilt. No, I gotta check. I gotta figure this out. Let's directly connect the seat button through. Well, you know, I set the body thruster. There we go. No, it's not working. It's not working at all. Not working at all, but the body ones are working. So that tells me that perhaps this thrust and mount, nose thrusters, supposed to be the off value. There's one way to figure this out. Alright, so the amount is getting through. It's just wobbling. So then... saying that the ignition maybe without the wind it won't move around. So it should be this one here. This one here. It's true. Throttle was on. The ignition was on. Did I not? I must have not connected something here. That's the hydrogen. Well, let's. There's one way to quickly check to see if the gas is getting to the top or not. Oh, I didn't turn the pumps on. No, I don't think the gas is making its way up here. Alright, that's concerning. Why is that? I wonder if I need another pump further up in the rocket. I might. I might. Let's do that. And then we have our secondary pumps. Alright, so the only thing I can think of is there must be a tank problem. Oh. Well, what could it be? Huh. Ah, it could be that right there. It could be that right there. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now everything should work. So now we can go back to connecting everything up with the ore. So we have that, and then we need 4 more ores. Right, we have north, south, east, and west. And then from here, north, south, east, and west. Because we just need these in here. North, south, east, all right, now everything else should be connected. Everything else, all the numbers are passing through. So let's give this thing a test. Let's go to space. And that is going to do it for this video. What did we do? We set up the rockets. I guess I did a little bit of building off camera there, and we just finished setting up the rockets. So propulsion systems are marginally complete. Should be a smooth ride. Oh yeah, look at that, it's already... I'll have to change the sensitivity on that. There we go. But that is that, essentially. Yeah, I'll have to turn the sensitivity down. We can turn this to 0.5 even. There we go. Now it doesn't have so much. I like it. I like it a lot. Then we're kind of, as you can see, we haven't traveled off of, you know, like we're doing pretty good. And I don't know what our altitude is. I don't have altitude. Like, that's what I mean. I don't even think I have the parachutes connected on this one. So. But as you can see, we've done pretty good. Oh, something's happening. shuttle, we're way off our mark. See that? We haven't come too far off of that. Like, now, this will take most of our fuel just launching from here to space. Yeah, look at that. That's good. That's what you want. Because if you're moving a lot in your X direction or in your Z direction, what it tells you is that the rocket isn't upright. It tells you that the rocket is tilting and it's having trouble staying upright. And that's why you have that huge angular speed as you're ascending. All right. I think we can get to space. So now what we want to do is we want to have a button that turns on the stabilizers. Yeah. So that way they don't start moving around while it's on the launch pad. There we go. Now we're in the upper atmosphere. Alrighty. So, in the next video, we can go straight to the moon now. There we go. Now we're going to fall back to Earth. So that is going to do it for today's video. We worked on our propulsion systems. So in the next video, we are going to work on tracking our launch and tracking our distance and our speed. Because the goal is to launch here into space and then stop. Right? The goal is to stop and then slow down. You know, we'll have to slow down a little bit. And that's the idea, to just try and stay still. But this is going to work. This, ooh, I gotta be careful because we got still lots of speed. But this will work. This will work. See, I can almost walk around in here. We're still going quite fast. Oh, I can just barely see the planet out the window. Cool. This is good design. Good design. Yeah, we're moving so fast right now. I don't know. We're probably going down. yeah, so in the next video, that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on launching to space and then trying to hold our position with the rockets if we can do that. So thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all then.